Switzerland consistently tops global rankings for quality of life, celebrated for its stunning mountains, crystal-clear lakes, and meticulously organized cities. Often portrayed as a paradise, it's a country that inspires dreams of a tranquil life immersed in nature, with the safety and stability it's renowned for. But is life in Switzerland really as perfect as it seems? Beneath the polished image, some argue that the reality can be more complicated. The cost of living is among the highest in the world, and adapting to the Swiss way of life can prove more challenging than expected. Join us as we explore what life is really like in the land of the Alps. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's dive into this intriguing discussion. Rules and regulations. Living in Switzerland presents unique challenges beyond financial considerations, particularly due to the country's strict rules and regulations. While these laws are deeply rooted in Swiss cultural values, they can often seem unusual or even restrictive to outsiders. Take, for instance, the silence law, which imposes strict limits on noise during designated quiet hours. Activities like vacuuming, moving furniture, or, in some older buildings, even flushing the toilet after 10 p.m. can result in complaints. Thinking of mowing your lawn on a Sunday? Not so fast. In Switzerland, Sunday is considered a sacred day of rest, and activities that disrupt the peace are generally discouraged. For many Swiss residents, these rules symbolize their commitment to civility, mutual respect, and order. However, for newcomers, particularly immigrants, adapting to these norms can be a significant cultural adjustment. Strict social norms. For many immigrants, navigating Switzerland's unspoken social norms is one of the first hurdles. Quiet hours, for example, are strictly observed. Something as innocuous as playing soft music during a midday nap could prompt complaints, and an innocent mistake, like unintentionally breaking a noise regulation, might even lead to a visit from the police. These cultural nuances, while rooted in a deep respect for peace and order, can feel restrictive to those unfamiliar with them. The burden of bureaucracy. Switzerland's excellent infrastructure and quality of life come at a cost, both financial and procedural. Everyday activities, such as disposing of trash or owning a pet, are governed by detailed rules that may seem excessive to newcomers. Trash disposal. Residents are required to purchase official, taxed bags for their household waste, with costs varying by size and region. These bags help fund Switzerland's highly efficient waste management system, but the added expense often surprises new residents. Failing to use these specific bags can lead to fines, further underscoring the meticulousness of Swiss regulations. Pet ownership. Owning a pet in Switzerland is far from straightforward. Besides regular expenses like food and medical care, pet owners must pay an annual tax, which differs by region. Prospective dog owners are also required to complete a mandatory training course, emphasizing responsible ownership. While these measures reflect Switzerland's commitment to order and animal welfare, they add to the financial and bureaucratic burdens for new residents. The Swiss perspective. For many Swiss locals, the country's strict rules and associated costs are more than just regulations. They're the foundation of a system that prioritizes efficiency, cleanliness, and an unparalleled quality of life. Far from being seen as unnecessary expenses, these investments are viewed as contributions to a well-organized and highly functional society that benefits everyone. The high cost of living in Switzerland. When you think of Switzerland, one of the first things that likely comes to mind is its steep cost of living. And for good reason, Switzerland consistently ranks as one of the most expensive countries in the world. Picture this. You walk into a supermarket in Geneva to grab a few basic items: milk, eggs, and perhaps some Swiss chocolate. At the checkout, you're hit with a startling reality. Your modest grocery haul costs over $140 USD. Even simple necessities can feel like luxuries. For instance, using a public restroom could cost as much as a cup of coffee in many other countries. Why is Switzerland so expensive? Switzerland's high cost of living stems from its robust economy, high wages, and commitment to maintaining exceptional living standards. While prices for goods and services may appear excessive, they are balanced by some of the highest salaries in Europe. Public services, such as healthcare and education, also contribute to these expenses. Health insurance, though mandatory and costly, provides comprehensive coverage, while the education system reflects the nation's emphasis on quality and development. However, these advantages come at a price, often surprising newcomers. Imagine paying 3 times more for a basic cup of coffee in Zurich than in many other cities around the world. What do you get for the price? Living in Switzerland may be costly, but it comes with significant benefits that many find worth the expense. The quality of life is exceptional, with clean, safe, and well-organized cities that are unmatched globally. Switzerland's economic stability ensures security even during economic downturns, while its public services, including healthcare and transportation, are reliable and efficient. Furthermore, the country's peace and tranquility, paired with breathtaking natural beauty, make it an idyllic place to live. For many residents, these advantages justify the high costs, as they gain access to a lifestyle that's hard to find elsewhere. A cross-border solution. Many Swiss residents have adopted cross-border shopping as a clever strategy to cope with the country's high living costs. By traveling to neighboring countries like France, Germany, or Italy, they can purchase essential goods at significantly lower prices. Whether it's groceries, household items, or fuel, these cross-border trips allow them to save money while still enjoying Switzerland's exceptional quality of life. This approach reflects the practicality and resourcefulness of Swiss residents in managing the financial demands of living in one of the world's most expensive nations. Swiss salaries. The appeal of Switzerland's high salaries is undeniable, but they come with a trade-off. The cost of living is proportionally steep. Housing, groceries, and daily essentials are all significantly more expensive compared to other countries, meaning that even a substantial income requires careful financial planning. Residents must adopt a disciplined approach to budgeting to make the most of their earnings. While the high wages enable a comfortable lifestyle for many, they also underscore the importance of financial savvy in navigating Switzerland's economic landscape. The immigrant experience. For immigrants, life in Switzerland can be a mix of opportunities and challenges. The prospect of high salaries is alluring, but the reality of adapting to the country's high costs and strict regulations can be daunting. Coming from lower-cost countries, many newcomers face an uphill battle in adjusting to the Swiss way of life. Beyond managing living expenses, navigating the tax system adds another layer of complexity. For immigrants, thriving in Switzerland requires resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to embrace the financial and cultural challenges of their new home. Do you think Switzerland's high costs and strict regulations create a well-organized, paradise-like place to live? Or do you feel the country's control over daily life is excessive? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective.